One day, a wise monk visited the Buddha and asked, "Master, life often feels like a river in turmoil, full of unexpected twists, obstacles, and chaos. How can one find peace amidst all this?" The Buddha paused, his serene gaze resting on the monk, and replied with a story. Once, there was a man who set out to cross a river in a small boat. The water was calm, the sky was clear, and he felt a deep sense of peace as he paddled toward the other side. As he rowed, he noticed another boat drifting downstream toward him. Initially, he thought little of it and continued on his way. However, as the boat came closer, he realized it wasn't changing its course. Concerned, the man shouted, "Watch out! Change your direction." But the boat kept drifting toward him, seemingly ignoring his warnings. His concern turned to frustration, and he shouted again, louder this time, "Whoever is in that boat, steer away. Can't you see I'm crossing?" His voice echoed over the water, filled with anger. Finally, the boat bumped into his, and he prepared to confront the careless person who caused the collision. But when he looked inside, he saw that the boat was empty. There was no one to blame. His anger evaporated in an instant, replaced by a strange feeling of calm and even amusement. He realized that the boat wasn't intentionally moving toward him. It was simply floating along with the current. The Buddha paused and then asked the monk, "Tell me, why did the man's anger disappear?" The monk thought deeply and replied, "Because he realized there was no one in the boat, no one to hold responsible for the situation." The Buddha nodded and said, "Exactly. Much of our suffering, our frustration, and our anger comes not from events themselves, but from how we perceive them. We often believe that the world is acting against us, that others are responsible for our discomfort or pain. But what if we could see every situation as we see an empty boat? Instead of reacting with blame or judgment, we could simply accept what is, without resistance." The monk bowed in understanding. He realized that peace is not found by trying to control the river or avoiding other boats. It is found by letting go of the need to assign blame, by seeing situations for what they truly are, and by accepting the flow of life. From that moment on, whenever he encountered difficulties or conflicts, the monk would remind himself, every boat is empty. By embracing this wisdom, he found a profound sense of peace amidst the chaos of life. The moral of the story is that much of our anger, frustration, and suffering arises not from external events themselves, but from how we perceive and react to them. By letting go of blame and judgment, and by accepting situations as they are, we can find inner peace. The story teaches us to view life's challenges like the empty boat, without attributing malice or intent, and to respond with calmness and understanding.